Well, that Cressida Dick ex-commissioner of the Metropolitan Police Service was unceremoniously removed from her job this week because she didn't like what Sadiq Khan, Mayor Emperor High, Chief of London, was going to say to her in a meeting, and decided to fall on her sword. And there's a lot of talk about what's going on in the Met with regard to the quality of officers and everything else in this country. We know that it's an institutional problem. It's just not the Met. There's problems up and down the country with various police forces all over the place, and it's a deep-rooted rot that's probably been sat there for the last 20 years. And when I read stories like this, you wonder when the hell it's going to end. How do everybody? Welcome back to the channel for a Saturday. Hope you're doing all right. I'm not too bad myself, and hope your Saturday's gone all right. Sunday tomorrow, lying time for most, but I'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning doing what I do, driving people about. Never mind. Well, let's have a look at the police force, shall we? You know, once upon a time, I was of the understanding that if you were going to be a police officer, if your job was to uphold the law, then really and truthfully you should have upheld the law yourself in your own personal life, your own personal circumstances. In short, you shouldn't have a criminal record. And in my opinion, if you're accused or charged of any impropriety that involves you getting a criminal record, you lose your job. I mean, how can you function as an effective police officer if you've got a criminal record or a charge against you? It's unbelievable. Well, have a look at this. So over the last 2 years, 150 Met police officers have been accused of some form of domestic violence or other. There's largely men, but some women as well have been accused of it. And domestic violence can cover all sorts of thorns, from the psychological to slapping your other half about. You know, unfortunately it happens. And I brought you a video a day or two ago about the Met Police where you saw some text messages where they openly post about this stuff. I mean, crying out loud, the moment you get anywhere near this, they're out. Get rid of them. They're no good for the uniform. In fact, they're a disgrace. And it's just another example of the institutionalised rot that's all over the place. And unfortunately, some of these people slip under the net, and as we found out last week, actually get promoted. So you've got these people up in supervisory positions, and that rot gets higher and higher and higher and higher. And then you get people like Khan at the top, you know, Police Commissioner of London, worrying about racism and misogyny. And all right, you know, you've got to have the right attitude for the job, but there's crime all over the place. It needs a top out, clear out, I think, and we need to look at the vetting and the recruitment of officers. We're all in a rush to get 20,000 here and 30,000 there. All you're doing is replacing the ones that have retired, and replacing them with what? So we're no better off than where we were. The whole thing's a mess, and I only fear it's going to get worse. Let me know what you think, especially about the police service in your area. I know there's a lot of bad apples. There is. It does make it a shame for those that join for the right reasons and are actually good, and they get, you know, swallowed by all this quagmire and all this corrupt bullshit that goes on. It's horrible. And when's it going to stop? Toodaloo.